Caitlin, difference between AI hype and genuine opportunities. What's the value?
Great. First of all, hi everyone. So great to be in Amsterdam from New York. I love spending a lot of time here. Have some family out in Apeldoorn that I was with this weekend. But in terms of going beyond the hype for AI, it's an interesting consideration, right? So Reema spoke about something important about digital literacy training, and that's very important. But if we're looking on a really tactical level of how can we move beyond the hype in AI, there's two things. First, what do your people actually want? Employees in the organization, what do they actually want to change in the organization, and how can AI actually do that? And also, what does your business actually need? Looking at that from a qualitative standpoint is very important, because if you can figure that out before you think about AI, then if you have those outcomes written down, then you can get to how AI can help you, and you can move beyond the hype and not really decide what types of AI implementations your company is going to do based off of advertisements or based off of what competitors are doing. It's what's best for you and what's best within the ecosystem or the macro environment and the micro environment.
Yeah, thank you. I like that. Starting with the business problem and then basically making your way through. Yeah. So change management. So how can businesses foster a culture of innovation and continuous learning to support AI adoption and growth? And this question I would like to pose to Caitlin.
Sure. So AI adoption and growth is tricky, right? BCG had a study in January 2024 that found that only 6% of companies have meaningfully upskilled leveraging AI so far. That number seems really low, but when we think about it, that's because most companies do not take a socio-technical approach to AI adoption. And a socio-technical approach is very important when you're trying to make AI-driven change sticky. Now, what socio-technical means is it's the joint optimization of people and technology. It's making sure that AI-driven change is not just technical. It's not just a technological change. AI is a paradigm shift with the way that we're viewing work, the way that we're viewing each other, the way that we are living our everyday lives. And that socio-technical approach is really intertwined with the idea of education and situated learning. And so when companies are trying to decide how can we make this AI-driven change sticky, if everyone in the audience can come away with one thing from this, it's about situated learning. It's about making sure that when you are trying to make sure that your employees understand what AI-driven change is like, that there's a qualitative data perspective, you understand what they want, what the organization wants, and then you really apply the learning in everyday real outcomes. And then it's not just one theoretical workshop and then you close the book. AI is something that's a complex process that's constantly evolving. There's constantly new things coming out. So having an everyday learning approach is incredibly important when we think about all of this. One of the things that I think about as well is 78% of employees, as of a Microsoft and LinkedIn recent workforce report, are bringing their own AI to work. So whether we like it or not, employees are bringing their own AI to work, and we can choose whether to have that leveraging AI move in the direction that the company wants or move it in an opposite direction. So really engaging stakeholders at every level is a really important and integral part of socio-technical design and socio-technical AI adoption. Is making sure that there's buy-in on the executive level and that we understand AI from a micro and a macro perspective. If executives do not understand how to leverage AI in their everyday personal life, that can make buying decisions difficult. That can make operational and implementation decisions difficult. So making sure that we understand where are we leveraging this. And also, from a sociological perspective, if we are freeing up some time in everyday life and work with AI and with all of these tools, what are we doing with that time? And progressing to analog a bit and thinking about what human level pieces, where do we want to ideate, create, connect, and really holding hand in hand the social part and the technical part of AI adoption.
Okay. Reema, I see you have a comment?
Actually, I will add what she said, that it's very important that AI can help people in their normal life. But what we do that people doesn't adapt the new technology in easy way. So that's why there is very important that we have to invest in ourselves and to have this kind of a click of learning, because we can learn about AI from self-learning as I did, and then I complete with PhD in something in AI.
Okay, so maybe to wrap a bit up our round here, and we'll discuss if we have still some time for questions. But to close the session, may I ask everyone, maybe for one sentence, summary, what do you think is important to deliver business value through AI? Reema, maybe to start off.
For me, invest in yourself, to be honest. It is just 2 words, invest in yourself, and that's it.
Very good. Kevin?
Time to great opportunity, great challenge. Let's embrace the challenge.
A socio-technical approach is key to AI adoption and business value. It's that joint optimization of people and technology.
4 statements. Take care about the people, innovate, build confidence, and do it for a good reason.
Yeah.
Very good. And from my perspective, maybe I hope this structure around this threefold structure, aligning on value and focus, delivering the delivery capabilities, change management. If you consider that, I hope this helps to increase the likelihood of success with AI implementations. So,
thank you very much for this inspiring discussion. My name is Claire, and I work at BIT, and we're based here in Amsterdam, and we are an AI and innovation studio. And Caitlin, my question addresses you. Could you maybe give us 3 starting points, small and easy, that we can use to win trust within larger companies for the implementation of AI?
Yeah. So within larger companies, the key is to start with the really eager adopters. So AI adopters always fall on a scale of anxious to ready. You start with that key adopters and you see, okay, what's going on there and how are they eager? How can we apply that? Then we look at the people on the other end of the scale and really leverage qualitative data and see what are their anxieties. And then you can meet in the middle and you can bring everyone up. And so that's a very important piece of this. And then from a big company perspective, it's also about within teams, going back to my points before about the socio-technical alignment, what are some of the goals and the workflow mechanisms within the team, and how can we leverage that with AI, and how can we also leverage that from a human perspective? So going on a team-by-team basis and then zooming out. And what I mean by that is making sure systems are more conversant. One tactical thing you could do is, okay, the sales team, why don't you look at how from a human perspective, what are some goals that you want to have for business? From a technical perspective, how could AI help shape that? Have the marketing team do the same exercise and meet and have conversant systems. Because with hybrid and remote work, we don't talk as much as we should, and conversation is a huge, huge part of this. Another huge thing on behalf of large companies is your communication patterns. I cannot emphasize this enough. There's the concept of hypercommunication, first introduced by French sociologist Jean Baudrillard, but I wrote the Wikipedia page for it. It's the excess inbound and outbound communication precipitated by technology. And this plagues big companies. When you are having notifications come up during meetings and you're not listening and you're ping, 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 it makes AI adoption impossible. So looking at, from a larger scale, creating communication norms to avoid that notification culture, then working team by team, it's very important, and ways that you can tactically help with this AI adoption.
What'd you say? I was looking at a message I got. What'd you say just a minute ago? Oh, oops, sorry.
Okay, I think I need to wrap it up here.
I'm afraid it's a wrap. Yes.
Yeah. So first of all, thank you so much to the panelists. A very warm applause.